Hey everybody, DeLong Shot Signatures here. This is episode 20 of my 2025 TTM returns, and we are starting off the week with three great successes. The first two have a ton of parallels, so it's really crazy that these both came back on the same day. The first parallel is that they are both college football award winners. That's why I sent to them. But it gets kind of crazy. I'll talk about that later. But the first one we have is from a former college running back who signed 3 of 2 in 12 days. This is coming back from Luke Staley, who played for BYU. The signatures on the photos are a little hard to see. You can get them, in the light at a good angle. You can see them there. But he was also kind enough to include this 2002 Don Russ private stock. Is that what it is? Pacific. It's Pacific Private Stock Reserve rookie card. Never heard of that one before. But he was the Doak Walker and I want to say the Jim Brown award winner for being the best running back in the nation. I will go over the rest of his career in a moment after we share this next return. But this came back as a 3 of 2 success in 9 days from former wide receiver for Wyoming, Marcus Harris. Marcus Harris won the Fred Biletnikoff Award for being the nation's best wide receiver. He also included this very nice note. I can read most of it, but but it is my pleasure to send these pictures back signed. Hope they get there and are nice, and I'm not sure what he wrote. His handwriting is really good, but it's so small that it's hard to read exactly what he wrote there at the end. But he wrote his name the same way that he signs it, so I'm going to count that as an additional autograph. But the similarities between these two guys is kind of crazy. So obviously both of them are college football award winners at their respective position. The Doak Walker for Luke Staley and the Biletnikoff Award for Marcus Harris. They were both drafted in the 7th round by the Detroit Lions and never played in a regular season NFL game. For Luke Staley, it was due to injuries. That's why his stock fell pretty hard. And then he did end up injuring his knee. And I think the Wikipedia page is something like 23 surgeries as of 2016 that he's had for the injuries that he dealt with his knee and everything. So that really sucks for him. Never really got a chance to play in the NFL. And then Marcus Harris, despite having an amazing collegiate career at Wyoming, he just ended up not playing professional football. I think that was more so of a choice and maybe not making the roster. But he is now a coach at a private high school or something like that. But it's crazy that two guys from the mountain conferences at their respective time, because the Mountain Athletic Conference basically became the Mountain West Conference that won their positional awards in the Division I level, get drafted in the 7th round by the Detroit Lions and never play an NFL snap. And to get those both back on the same day, a little strange, but very happy to add both these guys to my collection. Kind of surprised neither one of them is in the College Football Hall of Fame. I know that they're very different and selective on who they add. But basically, all you have to do is be like a decent person and make an All-American list. And both of these guys definitely did. So maybe one day we'll see them. Maybe they're just trying to get some other people inducted first. But very cool to get both of those guys. We did get a Hall of Famer back today, though. Sent this out and very quickly got back 2 of 2 in 14 days. I did include $10 per. I don't know exactly if that's his fee. I've seen him sign for $5 at times, but I just wanted to go ahead and be safe. And it's way cheaper than paying for it at a convention, doing it that way. But we got back 2 of 2 from former Olympian, WWE wrestler, WWE General Manager Kurt Angle. He was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame in 2017. Was one of the best wrestlers of his era, not just professional wrestling in terms of WWE, but also in collegiate, freestyle, all of that international wrestling. Angle didn't have as long of a career, even though I remember seeing an interview where he said he probably wrestled 10 years too long. Because the early 2000s, he wrestled a lot, but then he really, really slowed down towards the end of the decade, and then just had a few matches before he finally retired and took over an executive role with the WWE for some time. But the stretch from 2000 to 2002, this guy was one of the faces of the WWE, if not the face, you could argue. So many different championships that he won between TNA, WCW, and WWE. Was part of a bunch of big storylines, partnered with some of the greatest. Just a fantastic career overall. I didn't really get to watch him during his peak. I kind of watched more the latter half where he said he kind of regrets that he stuck around as long as he did because he wasn't able to maintain his form and the explosiveness that he had early in his career. But at the end of the day, it sounds like he doesn't have any regrets. One of the best WWE wrestlers out there, and his lines are just super, super long at conventions. And I saw it firsthand at the WrestleCon that I attended, so I didn't get him there. And I was like, I'm pretty sure he signs through the mail. So that's the route that I went. And he should be at the Squared Circle Expo later this month. But I won't have to wait in line for him because I got him through the mail. But that is it for this one. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. It helps me out a lot. Best luck with your guys' collecting. Take care.